TV's been going on since 1988, so we've been...
We're here in 2004. We're going to start with Michael Cassara.
Hello, Raymond Coyne.
Mike, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Mike,
Oh! Hey! Oh, I forgot about the neighbors. I'm sorry. All right.
It's all right, Mike. Mike, it's 2004. You just saw the videos of the last 17 years. So now what do you think of this team and how crazy are we?
Very interesting. That's all I could say. It's interesting. Boy, did I see some things that I cannot comment on.
What'd you think
nice
about
hair, Chris, by the way. I know I'm losing mine, but nice hair.
What'd you think about last year and what do you think about this coming year and the new guys we got?
This coming year, I think it's going to be a real good season. Got 2 new additions. Easy on the close-up on the hairline here. 2 new additions should be good. As you told me all last year, if George and I hit, the team goes. So I think George and I have to step it up a little. Had off years last year, but I think we should have a good year this year.
James Banjera, you're the new manager of the League One. What do you think about this year compared to last year, and what are you going to do differently?
I think we'll have a better season this year. I think the guys who had subpar years last year will turn it on this year. Hopefully no one else will take a downturn. That's about it.
Mike, you've been on the team for a long time now, probably 15, 16 seasons now. Compare your first season, '89, to this season coming up. Is difference in how you feel, and tell me about the early years and now the current year. Which years did you enjoy the most?
A few more pounds, a little less hair. I don't think there's any comparison between 1989 and 2004. I have a lot better team, obviously, playing a lot more competitive ball. So I think we'll have a good team this year.
Paulie, you're your first time on the interview, but it's your 5th year on the team.
Barrett.
You brought a nutritional element onto this team. Tell me about the plan and who you're targeting the most.
Talking to everybody, man. Everybody needs to, get a little bit more healthy. Say we're a little bit overweight. It's not good and hot. And the sun's not good. I don't want to be doing any type of CPR or anything like that.
Paul, you stated before that you thought the Steamrollers would be the team to beat. Why is that, and what about this team? What do you think about this team this year? Honestly, Paul.
Honestly, I don't know.
We'll show this at the end of the year.
Chemistry is something that's always, that'll always win games. Not that the Steamrollers are going to have chemistry, but the breakup, it's a tragic breakup, but the breakup of 495, it's scary to see what's going to happen in the next coming weeks, where these players are going to go, and it's unfortunate, man. We weren't able to make any more moves. We didn't have the money in the organization, and the salary cap now it's gotten a little. We're at the top of it, so we've just got to deal with what we have right now, and hopefully some people, as Synergy said, hopefully nobody takes a downturn.
You know that's gonna stick.
And we do, and we just do very well this year.
Synergy.
What do I feel for this year? I think we're gonna do better than last year. But we gotta have chemistry.
Mini bag of donuts. We saw in a picture before you laying down on a Texas ball field. How was that? Vinny, was that explained to that? Was that one of your lowest points of the year and or your career? And what have you done differently?
My career. That'll never happen again. With the help of Paulie and his program that I'm gonna do, we should do a lot better. Come on.
Vinny, explain. You've been on many teams in your career, and compare this team to the years of some of your great teams of the past.
Well, the difference is this team's a lot more closer than any other team I've ever played for. These guys are a great bunch of guys. We have a lot of fun. Everybody gets along, which is
Donuts.
big plus. They pick on me a lot, but we have a lot of fun.
All right, who is doing these noises?
Thanks, J-Rod.
Those are real?
Those are real.
What is doing up with his
Those
mouth?
are real.
Mike, give me one of your highest moment on this team so far. One of the best games you played in, and explain the game and everything like that.
Okay, could be one of the first tournaments that I played up in Vernon, Connecticut. We had some interesting people, Duffy. We were in a final championship game against Next. Ball went around the infield. First base made an error, second base made an error, shortstop made an error, third base made an error. And I'm usually a quiet guy. I'm a little loud in the outfield at times. But I'm usually quiet and, yelling at people. I had to come off the field and yell at how our defense sucked. And we somehow responded and won on an error that they made.
I don't know if it was
But it was
you.
a great tournament.
I don't know if it was you. I
think it was
remember
Pussy's comment.
getting called into the pitcher circle and getting screamed at by Synergy. And then he threw the ball down with an exclamation point right on the day.
James, do you remember that game?
We had nothing to say after that.
James, do you remember what you said in that game?
I do. We had victory in our grasp. So we're trying to give it away. Trying as hard as possible. Just everybody in the infield made an error. Probably couldn't take it anymore.
You gonna do any of this during the 2004 season as you're the manager?
I never know when I'm going to explode. I just, kind of quiet, I hold it in, and then it gets to a point where I just got to let it all out.
But you got kids now, so that
I might blow up even faster.
It was one of the classic moments in Stallion history.
we gotta take a break.
The one that Eddie got
Go ahead, Don.
on the back of a shirt.
Carrie!
The guy who did it last year did it a lot different.
Hey, it's Dave Messino. Back again.
High five! Look at this, all decked out.
Oh, thank you.
Win?
Oh, we lost.
Gotta be the coaching staff.
You can pick any
You lost
color.
the game and you traveled 10 times. That's
And we just got to find a visor.
It was all your old guys, right, Dave? It
I thought there was a visor.
was all your old guys, right?
when you travel,
Travel.
then you
I'm
get-
thinking like
you
traveling
get
for the
shot
game.
block
What?
8 times.
But we
you
don't
travel
have to
10
go-
times. You
you know,
turn it
what?
over
It's
15
different.
times, you're not going to win.
It's up to you.
So,
You got a problem with pivot foot then?
Here they got to carry more bricks.
my kids just don't travel.
Hey, James, we're back here with James Mangiera. James, can you?
Whose bat is this?
James, in 1999,
Can I use it?
you had one of your worst tournaments ever.
Which one was that?
The one I think you were gonna drive everybody off the bridge.
St. Augustine, Florida.
Dude, that's
But I wasn't the worst on
Hey
the
Ray,
team.
you using this?
I'm going to. I just bought it.
Brand new. We're recording this.
I went 1 for 11.
You're on the air right now, Dave, all right?
I got you.
Yeah. Just explain that.
I went 1 for 11, but I just want to say that Kevin Brennan went 0 for 11.
Gotta bring somebody down, huh?
That's right.
That's tough to do.
Kevin Brennan?
Yeah, so I tried basically
Bring
to
somebody down.
kill all of us. I tried to drive us right
A
off the
lot of
bridge.
garbage.
Kevin was willing to participate. He wanted to die also.
That soup's
But
fine.
Godsell stopped us. He screamed like a woman.
There's
He
egg rolls
grabbed the
in there,
wheel
too.
from my hands.
He's eating the scraps.
No,
Where's the
He
egg
was
roll?
up to date.
Right?
Mike Asad, we were in Texas last year.
You wear the suit.
I think some of your favorite places are Texas and Maryland. Were they good hitting tournaments or?
Texas started off well. Then it was a big drought.
What happened?
Maryland, I don't know, it was too short that weekend. It was only 2 and out. But the regionals, yeah.
That was
nationals,
Fancy
whatever you
Pants.
call it, Good.
Maryland,
Fancy
right?
pants.
Fancy
We should
Pants.
have, Paul, by the way. Pinstripes.
I don't think people
Wear
go for
those.
fancy pants.
Nah, nobody though.
I'll wear it.
Not
As
this.
long as it has those colors that Keith has.
That's what they look like.
Well, it's fine,
Except they're red base with like blue
I just don't
and
like the
white.
powder blue.
Listen, let's not get on the colors. We got Dave here. We're gonna start yelling about the Blues. Just went out and bought 2 new Under Armours.
And we welcome Dave Messino to the
We're buying
interview.
new Under Armours.
Fine.
Oh, he's got it on tape.
Change it then. Just by fucking luck.
Dave, we saw you.
I bought $150 fucking Under Armour. You guys change the colors.
Dave Hop Hog Messina.
Dave, I appreciate the fact that you came dressed up for this interview. This is your. As we saw you on the tape in 1993 in a different uniform, then wasn't as dressed up, but you look pretty good.
Yeah, some guy just told me, oh, I haven't seen you while you filled out. What the fuck is that supposed to be? Rick.
I think you look bigger in
Is that a nice
1983.
comment?
Yeah.
You filled out.
Can you do a split screen there? I think he looks thinner now.
Who, me?
Yeah.
James. That's what he should have said.
Dave, you've been around for a long time now. A long time. You've been on these interviews before. So explain to me one of your favorite years. Or you know what? I asked this question to Cooper before. Compare this year to years in the past. Which year was better year for you? Or,
Last year was my most favorite year.
you want to expand on that?
Batted over 700.
Because I made a commitment to play, which is I've had problems doing the past couple of years. So. And then I had a good year on top of it. And then all the guys going out and be a part of the tournaments. It's good.
Well, compare this team from years in the past. The years that with Mike Walker and those years back then. Compare this team to that team, and why are we doing better? What's with the chemistry? What's different? What do you think?
Less volatile than those guys in the past. They would fly off the handle for no reason, really.
Really?
And I think it would.
I fly off for a reason, not for no reason.
James doesn't fly off the handle. That's
Right,
not,
it's
that's
very
not
rare.
That's
That one time.
But that was so memorable, man.
And we won though. Hey, did you not win after that? If I didn't do that, we would have lost that game.
much for the world.
You're right, man. You're right, Synergy.
James, explain to me the difference. You've been the battery partner for many of our pitchers, including Rob Hymick and Vinny Simeone. Explain the difference between the two.
Difference between the two? Oh, before this year, I think Vinny was a better offensive pitcher than Rob. Rob, I think, has the edge defensively. Well, what does that mean? That when he hits, he hits better than Rob.
Before this year.
Before this year.
Oh, before last year.
Hey, Coke.
Before this year. This year he had a bad year. Last year he did very well. Gotta go. I think Rob might have the edge defensively.
There was a certain point in the
Does Rob
season.
get hurt?
I
Does Rob get hurt? Because we know Vinny does. And there's always.
Excuse me, there's only one time that I came out.
yeah.
I gotta throw the tip.
I get hurt a lot, but I never come out of the game except for Texas.
Every time he goes down, George will appreciate this. Every time Vinny goes down, there's gotta be some sort of. What's that called? There's gotta be some sort of.
Glove tossing.
The glove's gotta go. I can't do my imitation of his Labor Day.
Labor Day was the best.
His Labor Day
That glove was like
camp.
30 feet in the
But
air.
oh my god.
It's like Charlie
Boy.
Brown when the ball comes back up the middle.
Mike, I'll ask you.
Makes us laugh though.
There was a point in the season last year that the team kind of went down a little bit. Just submarine. I think it was after Rhode Island, but there are a couple other things that happened during the year, and a couple of guys made a point of it, of why the team went down. And can you expand on that?
Why the team?
Why the chemistry went down a little bit last year?
Maybe Labor Day.
Cruz?
Is it Labor Day? I don't know.
But what do you mean, Vin?
I'm
You jumped all over that.
I'm
The
searching.
Cruz.
Labor Day.
He was waiting for that.
The Cruz killed us.
Labor Day.
Can I ask you why, Vinny? What bothered you about that?
Well, it's not. I mean, people are entitled to a vacation, but it's one of the most important weekends of the year.
I'm not really gonna touch on that, Paul. You're gonna.
I have nothing to say about that. No comment. Thank you.
Guys, what do you want? An apology?
No,
Not at all.
it's over and done with.
Bastards!
It's a great cruise.
Dave, the only person you blame on the cruise is George, not you, because you gave 6 months
Yes.
notice.
That's why I asked the question. I want to ask it if.
So he's the only person that they really bust their balls about.
Coop and Dave had a
I
plan.
didn't mention
too.
any names. I just said Labor Day.
It was,
That wasn't Rhode
It's a little-
Island, was it? That was
it's a little
Massachusetts.
close.
Yeah.
Well, that's when the Labor Day was Massachusetts, but I guess he thought after the round.
Yeah,
Rhode
we'll, be,
Island's always
Right.
there.
we'll be right. We're back here live on the
3 women running his life.
2004
2
interview.
girls and his wife. 2 daughters and his wife.
So Mike Cooper, you played almost every position on this team, except for pitcher.
Except for pitching, yeah.
Which is the best position that? Which one is the one you like the best, or you think you're the best at?
What position do I like the best?
Did you like the best?
Did I like the best?
But you're losing first base too.
Well then,
I think I like outfield the best.
He likes
probably.
right center because he squeezes
Except when you
everybody
play,
who plays on the second base.
I think outfield's the best. You know, you get a lot of.
What was it, Brookhaven? They ran you all over the field?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
switch!
Nice. Right, that was
That was.
Switch!
Hi, Mix here.
The hell was that?
Paulie, your favorite tournament in 4 years? Now, let's ask you first, Paul. How'd you get started on this team?
Daly came down to watch me play. He heard about me through.
Was he sober?
John Daly?
John Daly, yeah. He heard about me through the leagues. Kind of the word spread, and that's it. I tried out for the team, and I thank my good graces that Ray was impressed, and yeah, been pretty bad ever since.
Fuck yourself.
So that's how I got started here.
Give me
2000. I believe.
give me your favorite moment so far in the 5 years.
Oh, so many.
Favorite tournament, favorite moment.
I don't have a favorite moment. Favorite tournament was probably Vernon when we won. Maybe, I don't know. See, there's also Disney. And we went down the world down in Disney. We played the D's there. We went to Texas to play in the Worlds. We're all over the place. I'm telling you, we've become a nationally recognized team that everybody can
What?
recognize the name Team Power 8 Worth Stallions, a.k.a. the Stallions.
What about your worst moment? The time you swung the broomstick and the umpire made you take it away?
Yeah, that was downhill from there. I had a bad year after that. He took away my stick.
Vinny, we talked about your worst moment. What about your favorite moment?
it'd have to be the States last year.
Vinny, you were on this team 4 or 5 years ago and you never really played. You sat the bench and then you left and you came back and you left. Why'd you stay this time?
I was able to commit. Last time I wasn't able to commit to the team. And when I can't commit, there's no sense in me being there.
Mike Cassara, one of your favorite sayings is Eddie.
Eddie!
Mike, how did you come about this team? How'd you get on it? And why are you still on it? Tell me your favorite memory and your lowest point.
Always used to play down in Jones Beach with the Katusko brothers, and then this guy, Vinny Simeone, got me into
brothers.
Bag of Donuts, into tournaments. Played, shouldn't say played, showed up to 1 or 2 tournaments with the Parrot Heads. Never actually really made a, came to this team, and gotta be honest, it's all about the people. It's all about the team, and I enjoy coming and playing and just hanging out with everybody.
I love you, Mike.
We love you.
Rock on!
Mike,
That's
when
what
you
it is. And it's also Eddie! It's not here. Eddie!
Mike, when you came on this team, we'll stick up for now. You came on with a lot of what's this?
These questions down.
No, I just make them up.
He's always
Ad libber.
shooting from the hip.
Well, my point is, you had probably one of your worst seasons, uncharacteristically.
Terrible. How do you
Probably in the 400s,
you
and
handle an insult?
Come out and say it.
tell me about the season and what happened to you and what are you doing to improve for 2004?
Season, this last one, the defense wasn't the problem, but the offense, we know, had a real problem with the fought man over there. Did much for tournaments, needed to show up a little more. So this year, Paulie's giving me a little workout here.
4 months too late.
4 months too late, but hey, better late than never.
Right.
And looking forward to 2004.
What happened to that left field stroke that you pulled out in spring training?
It's only because the Mets
Yeah.
is catching up.
Cooper.
Just,
Come on, lads.
the year.
Gotta be able to hit the opposite field, Cassara. It's very
I was
important.
a mess. Just a mess.
Mike, many years ago you had a couple rough years like Casara did. What did you do to change, and how'd you come across batting 800 in the world? I had to throw that in there for you, Mike.
One of the equal grand.
I think you learn with age in softball. Obviously, you have to stay in shape, and that's important.
David. Messino comes late and tries to interrupt, but he did dress up for the interview. I appreciate that. So you think with age, you get better at age at softball?
I think the smart ball player learns how to play with age.
So
that is good.
So Vinny, explain to me your season last year. What have you doing to impress? And
A very difficult season. Didn't play well, didn't hit well, and got hurt in the biggest tournament of the year.
what the hell's going on here? Paul, you went from you had a low batting average. You swung a broomstick for many years, and now you're actually hitting pretty well and batting the number 2 hole.
Believe it or not.
So what have you done differently? The nutrition? Is it is it the women or what?
Ran, you planted a seed, and I blossomed into this flower. Excellent tutelage, and you know, I think Coop's right. It comes with age, and you know, you learn. I don't know if it comes after 13 years of playing, but you know, maybe after 1 or 2, you learn the game a little better. That's about it.
Mike Cooper. You seen Cooper many years ago with those glasses. Cooper, you still have those glasses?
I don't have those glasses anymore. I do have
You can
glasses.
see through a
but
lead with those glasses.
Dave, what was your favorite tournament? You've been on the tournament since the first tournament in Georgia, where we took a Amtrak down there, up until the recent one. What was one of your best memories, tournament-wise?
Let's see. There's been a lot. I would say Billy Stayuso falling through the mattress in Georgia. They pulled the springs out and left the mattress on top of the cot. And he came back drunk and he crashed and just fell on the bed. He fell right through the cot, hit the floor. I was hysterical. People were pulling pranks on us, shaving cream of the year and the whole thing. That was great. I never laughed so hard. And Las Vegas was good when I almost went out with a man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, she really wasn't a man though. She was very good looking.
No, that was a man, Dave.
No, it wasn't.
James, you've been on many tournaments, and I think you've missed some of the best tournaments as far as off the
Yeah,
field.
it's George.
What was one of your favorites on the field tournament, or just favorite tournament overall?
Probably the 2 states. I have to think the one we beat Dog twice was the best.
James, you gonna do anything different here as the manager of the night team?
No.
James, you got a couple of tough situations to start off the year because you have 2 pitchers now. One that was left on the outskirts and one that's, well, we nicknamed him an animal. Tell me about your thoughts of the 2 pitches and if it was going to start today and it was the last game in the finals, who would you start?
Well, I went down to the diner last week and the ferret was looking a little chunky.
Oh, Ferret was looking like a gopher.
Well, who would you start if you're guns against your head right now? Mike, Sarah, who would you start?
I'm not coach.
Who would you like to see?
What I like to see, I trust that James Synergy Pinjera will put out the best team on the field.
Well, I'm hoping Vinny comes in shape because I think we're a better team with Vinny on the field. Let's put it that way. All around, we're a better team. Where we put George in another
Man
position.
down, man down. man down. Holy shit.
I have a cramp. Vinny, what are you doing here at practice? Well, I got into bed last night. So I'm resting.
He came one time to practice.
What?
You took already a cramp?
Yeah.
He came to practice the night before he had a cramp. He said I can't practice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm sorry, Bacon Donuts. We love you. We really do love you, baby.
The guy when he's in the back.
I walk in, I'm like, Vinny, where's your equipment?
He's in the, right,
Come on, Mike, what is he doing in the car?
he's in the
He's
bathroom.
like, I crib.
Wait, you mean
Putting
big?
the old third leg down there.
You're a tripod.
Mr. Lito with the third leg. Oh, what a trip. Oh, or maybe when he had 10 different times and then just one.
We spitting. What are you doing?
Like a
You
combat
drinking
zone.
or what?
Oh man, he's spitting.
Mike, what was your favorite tournament? What was the one you enjoyed the most?
From this last year?
No, from your entire career. Was it when you batted 800 in Texas?
Okay.
I threw that in another plug for you.
Yeah, the States, was that 3 years ago? 2 years ago when we beat Dog in Smithtown? That was a good tournament. I liked the, that E tournament in Maryland that we won
That was
2 years
good.
back.
Maryland?
Yeah, we got twice in Maryland this year, don't we?
James, we did this in '97.
Oh, wait,
Give me
wait.
a.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Dave. We mainly
Probably
footage.
one of the best tournaments. Well, you said this already, but being Team Dog when we played those 9 games.
Yeah,
So
that was the best.
that was great.
We had to beat him twice.
How did we do Sunday?
We showed
Did we
up.
do something? we were there physically.
We were too tired. That's I think when we lost Rob after we won it. James, who was probably the best player that you've actually played with, that you felt most comfortable with over all the years?
You said Ray Coyne, huh?
And you don't have to. No, you have to. No, exclude the present company.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know you want to say Cooper.
Best player.
If there's a guy as a teammate that you thought of the past, maybe on the team that
Nicolas
you.
Pinjera.
I don't know. Nick.
I don't give a shit.
I can't figure out one player. I mean,
Cooper, what about you?
there's so many good players.
Well, who's the worst team player you ever played? Who'd you want out of here? Who'd you want?
Wise or
Just you wanted out of here.
So if I go back,
someone that I had on the team
said yes.
that was on the team that I wanted off.
Yeah.
so I
I
can
don't think
just
it,
relax.
I don't think that ever happened.
There was another guy that really annoyed you.
He said don't go.
People annoyed me, but never to the point where I wanted them off the team.
Yeah, watch that chair. What about you, Paul?
There he is.
I'm the best, Paul!
Never that I wanted somebody off the team. Just don't talk to him. Leave him alone.
You got 15 guys. Someone's going to be annoying at 15 guys.
Yeah.
Well, who do you think is going to be annoying this year?
Eddie!
I didn't write.
Everybody has their moments, I'm sure.
No, I'm not saying Eddie. I'm saying because I'm a little loud. Here,
Good sneeze. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
I got it.
Dave, it's going to be an interesting year for you.
Yeah. I was just telling Mike that the year I was engaged, I was a mess.
You think it's going to be repeated that year?
For me?
Well,
You have a
no, for
child.
the
Now you have a child.
For him.
the guy. But
Oh, for you.
Nah, well, for me, I hope not.
are you at peace with yourself now, Dave?
I know. I'm happy. I'm happy.
George, isn't it that another girl?
3 girls. God help
He
her.
doesn't have a house to live in.
3 girls, no
He
house.
sold his house.
He drives an hour and a half to work every
Well,
day.
they didn't close yet, but he's looking up.
And his farts are the worst smelling things you ever saw. Yeah, exactly.
All right, Paul, explain one of the worst roommates you've had. I'm sure you can come out with it pretty well.
Creature. The creature. The creature.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Creature.
Creature.
I don't even know his real name. His name's Creature.
Josh.
Josh.
Josh Beck.
Why was he?
Why? What?
Peter. I love Peter.
God, I can tell. Me and Danny Corrigan was rooming with him.
They're taking your hubcap shit.
Paul, that was another JV draftee. You and the creature.
Oh, Creature, man. He was. Man walks around naked just to dry. He air dries.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
No qualms about it.
Did you hang out with him that night?
Rod Tidwell air dries.
No, we actually kind of ditched him because, yeah, like Tidwell.
He does.
Because he said he had no money, but he wanted to go out. He was asking everybody for money. So, yeah, we ditched him.
What about ATF?
Get over the middle.
You know, he's got his moments.
Yeah.
Never said I disliked
I
him.
used the batting practice.
I'm not a fan to play with him. I think he's a very selfish person.
Keats.
That's it.
Vinny,
I'm the best.
give me your predictions this year. What do you think we're gonna do?
This year, I think we're gonna have probably one of the better years that we've had. I think the addition of Tommy and Tony will make us better. They give us a little more experience, make the average age go up, but they have more experience.
Paul, give me what do you think we're doing tournaments and league and
Tournaments, I think we'll probably win at least a couple. The C tournaments are gonna be tough, but I think we'll do pretty well in the league.
Is that over 40 team gonna be in league, Vinny?
Are you back?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you're back.
195.
Wait, right, Chris is here.
195.
Freddie's website was saying that team.
Well, I don't know, guys.
We're gonna be the old,
You guys don't
the
look
old
enough.
All-Star Cafe.
Coop, you've had your problems with Chris or your disputes with Chris.
I have no problems with
They're gonna,
No, you've had your arguments with him.
195 out probably the Riddlers,
What do you feel about A-Rod?
I like it right now. I'm gonna see
Our Riddlers are
every
breaking
day.
up, Dave.
What do you feel about the Mets? You think we're gonna have a good team this year?
Building still.
So what do you think we're gonna do this year?
Sorry. The Stallions?
Yeah.
I think we'll do well. I think we have a good
Well,
team.
you got it in.
Well,
Well,
Been 16 years, Coop. How many more are you gonna go? Getting old?
Oh, we got depends how when I have a kid.
When is that happening?
Oh, when you have a kid, you retire?
I have to cut back a little. Well, gonna have to cut. I'm not like you, Jimmy.
I cut back.
Your mother.
For a year.
for a year.
Synergy.
Paul, give me your prediction this year. Did we get Paul's prediction? Chris, give me your prediction this year.
Is this like the Gran Turismo?
it's all hot rods outside.
Mike, give me your
I don't know
prediction.
what's going on. Prediction.
Pain?
Here comes the pain.
Be a good year. Nice.
Could be a good year for you too, right?
Be a busy year and a good year.
Idiot, get married.
June 26th.
You and Eddie? You and Eddie getting married this year?
Eddie.
Got married during football season?
Eddie's
Yes,
his lover.
June 26th during softball.
It's like going on a cruise on Labor Day.
Yeah, I got married in December.
Listen, are there any tournaments that way? No.
Mighty big of you, James.
Synergy.
James, give me your prediction.
Out of here! You keep doing that.
Oh, because that's
His name is Synergy.
Synergy.
Oh, that's right.
You giving it to me.
28,
Scroll him on the bottom.
28 and 8.
Synergy.
No, it's like this way. It's
How
upside
many
down.
tournaments? Tournaments what do you
28 and 8 again.
I think we're going to win 3 tournaments and place in the top 3 and many more.
Many more.
Really?
Very bold, dude.
Oh.
Oh, you startled him.
Dave, what about you? Well,
We could use this.
I think we're gonna win
Choke
one,
this.
possibly 2. But we really should win more tournaments
We
than
should.
we do.
We should.
Because when you play in a tournament, nobody knows you. It should be very much easier. Why we haven't done better in tournaments?
I think we get satisfied with a good finish, and we're not pushing ourselves to win and finish first.
you feel that way, James?
But I feel sometimes you come out and go 2-0, and then we'll lose to like some Sunday morning bar team that's totally horrible.
Jerry's kids.
All of a sudden we stop hitting, we lose by like 1 run. We lose too many 1-run games. If we won half the amount of 1-run games that we lost last year, we would have won probably 2 more tournaments.
You're trying to get across for
We make too many mistakes.
You think that's gonna be the downfall this year? You think it's the same type of team? We're gonna have the same.
I think we have a better offensive team. Look at our lineup. I think we have a great offensive lineup this year.
What do you project to be in the lineup this year?
What's going to be the lineup for the first Wednesday night game?
Yeah. What do you?
That has not been determined yet
Well,
because
gotta throw
I
out
have to
some
see who
ideas to
shows
us.
up. Who shows up to
I'll be there
practice.
Wednesday. I'll be there Wednesday.
Assume the guys who have been
Season's
showing
over.
up.
assume you guys have been showing up, and also,
Oh, it's bullshit.
well, hey,
practice.
it also matters because everybody's gonna have to sit. So I'm gonna be pulling names out of a hat, and that's the order you're gonna sit. And I haven't pulled the names out of a hat.
Now, what
yet.
happens when you're playing, let's say, Team Dog, and
Alright.
You need the best team out there, and you pull
This
out.
question was asked
and you,
to
and
me.
you,
And
and
you
you
pull out
pull
Ray
out.
Coyne's
Yeah,
name.
This
you
question
pull out
was
Ray
asked
Coyne's
to-
name.
This
What
question,
do
no,
you
no.
do?
This question was asked to me
That's
by
a good name to pull out for while you're on camera.
George Liasakis asked me this question yesterday, as a matter of fact. He
And what if
pulled
you
me up
keep
at work.
pulling-
Just
What if my name came out?
What time did he call? It's very important I find this out. He was done with work then.
No.
No, no.
We're working 11.
He had to keep stopping and talk to somebody. But
I'm a dual killer.
this is what I told George.
Pedro, put the cement down.
Lopez.
This is what I told George. I'm pulling names out of a hat randomly. That's the order you're going to sit. However, before I get to that part of the sitting, the people who have not been coming to practice, not the people who have excuses because they got to work, but those people are going to sit first. So therefore, if we go through the season and everybody sits once, those people will sit at least twice. All right? Now, throughout the season, I don't care who will play,
There's a
whether it
method
be
behind
Team
it, man.
Dogs or some horrible team. If your name is pulled out of the hat, it's your turn to sit. If we're playing Team Dog and Ray Coyne turn to sit, Ray is sitting.
Really?
Now you're putting the team at a
Yes.
disadvantage now.
Now,
Bullshit.
I'm not putting you at disadvantage.
You
I
are.
think we have a good enough team this year where
Yeah, fuck Ray.
out of the 14 guys that we have, I can put any 11 guys out of that 14 on the field and we'll still have a good enough team to beat anybody in League One. That's
Well,
the way I
look
feel.
what
However, when we make the playoffs, or if we have
Alright.
if it's a game where we have to, like it'd be a halfway season, that's gonna
You're not
determine
Conrad.
whether or not we make the playoffs.
You're
If it's a
not Conrad.
playoff caliber game, then the best 11 players at that time are going out onto the field. But if it's just a regular league game, it doesn't mean anything. It's Team Dog. And I'm sorry.
Every game means something.
What if, James, what if it is? What if Calvin's the man that has to sit? And, what if it's Calvin that has to sit and if we need that game to clinch? Do you sit Calvin?
That's not what I said. I said if it was a game that we needed to
That's not what I
clinch,
said.
if it was a playoff game,
Every game is going to need to be.
if it was a
clinched.
playoff game or a game that like we had Havoc in one game playoff to make the playoffs, then the best 11 players at that point in the season will be on.
There's another chair right there with the jacket on.
So would you hesitate to sit a veteran like George Lasakis if he's having another 400 year?
No. I wouldn't hesitate at all.
Now,
If,
what's
we're
the
going
quarterback?
if we got to play like Team Havoc again for a one-game playoff, and George Sakis is batting 400, but someone else is batting 500, the 500 player is going into the game.
Now, what
Even
about
if that-
base percentage?
What about slugging percentage? What about defense?
Well, let's put it this way: person with the 400 batting average is not going to have a high on-base percentage anyway. So, unless you're Chris Carter. He's the only one because the guy has like 25 walks a year. So
What do you,
he's the only guy I know that has a 400 and some
That's
odd
it.
batting
But the
average,
question
but
is-
his on-base percentage of 600 and something.
The question is, James,
There you go.
do you value on base percentage?
Yes, I do.
What a rush, huh?
If Chris Coro has a 550 on base percentage, and
Right.
someone else has a
Somebody wants to
525 on base percentage, but Chris wants 400 batting average, the other guy has a 500 batting average.
God.
Chris plays?
Let's worry about that when it comes.
Probably. It all
we need
depends.
dialogue.
It all depends.
Get him going.
Because that's close. That's close. It's not like a huge gap there. So now, now defense and
So what
everything's
about-
gonna have to be taken into
Yeah, what about defense?
I mean, there's a person who's a much superior defensive player than Chris, and their batting average and everything
Well,
like that is very close.
it's hard to imagine that someone would be a much superior.
There's Chris now. Hello, Chris.
Ray, why don't you come out here and tell us what you think of,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, ready? You have
this
anything to
season?
say?
Right?
No.
No.
He saw me on the video with my beret on.
Well, tell us what you think of the
Ray, what's going on
upcoming
here?
season.
He did it by himself when nobody was around.
You probably did.
I did.
Dude, you gotta see it.
Vinny, what do you think?
I already told you.
It doesn't matter what anybody thinks, because I'm running the team.
Oh!
No, not about that. You got about the upcoming season.
Going down the law.
But you know what?
Yeah!
I gotta
You're right.
Okay, we can see that from here.
It's going to be fair, unless it's a playoff
Right.
game.
And he'll take defense into account.
Are you going to take a tournament team into account or no? You go strictly just do the league and.
No, League is league.
Are you a puppet for Ray Corn?
League is league, and everybody on our team right now is playing tournaments. So
Move your hands, move your feet. Just move them like a puppet. Where are the strings?
no one's gonna tell me what to do.
Oh,
Put it that way.
What about your wife? What if she comes down and tries to fight
What's with the light?
What's up with the light?
Yeah, please.
Blinding.
you? Just having some fun. Is it still on?
It's not fun for us.
Yeah, Chris McCoy. Remember Chris McCoy, Cooper?
Guy's blind and he's hitting light drives.
good on, but not much of
What the fuck, Cooper? All right, we're closing out the 2004 interviews. Vinny, you got any comments, predictions this year?
I'm just looking forward to the season. Can't wait till it starts.
I think we'll win. I think we'll win a couple tournaments. It's gonna be up to this man right here. Where his head is this year. His head wasn't there for a while last year.
Said wasn't where for what?
I knew that'd get you to perk up. Your head wasn't in it. You could have been a 650 batter if your head was in it the whole time.
Yeah, as a team.
All right, let's get to the
mad
real
help
matter
team out.
business. What's the over/under on George's double plays?
All right, go ahead. What do you got, Casara?
The over under on George double plays.
Now, keep in mind, it was he hit into 15 2
Last
years
year
ago.
wasn't bad. 2
Last
years
year
ago
wasn't
was
bad.
We gotta
I say
remember, he's
12.
about 20 pounds heavier this year, though.
Right.
So that's 2 steps slower going to first.
Alright, Jesus. Great. Easy there.
I think you got a nose
Let's
there.
show some hair. I'll go with 10.
Yeah,
I'm going with the over.
I'm going 14.
Oh, Jesus.
14's the
I'm
line.
going over. Unless he whips himself.
over what?
Over what?
I thought it was
Over
10.
10.
Oh, okay.
You're setting the
Oh,
line.
I'm definitely over
There's a
10.
good possibility that he changed his whole game around last year just not to hit into double plays, and that's why his batting average was so low. So he may hit into a
He
lot.
made outs in other ways. Just so he can't get on base.
He walked a lot. Over under.
So the line's 10?
Over under.
I think under. I think it's gonna have a
George
good
doesn't
year.
drop the ball in left field. Then
Who's gonna bat the highest and who's gonna bat the lowest?
The highest is gonna be Paulie. The lowest,
That, it's the highest.
Highest what?
Dang it.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's not
I don't
knock
know about the
people.
lowest.
Boy, the highest batting average on the team.
I think Paulie.
You can say yourself if you really believe
No,
it.
I don't think it's going to be myself.
You bloom. Blumps. Blumps. Blumps.
I think Tony.
Tony,
To be honest with you, I think Tony is left-handed hitter. He's got quick hands. He's
is he fast?
Well, left-handed hitter at Flynn. That's a home run potential right there, right? Like Yankee Stadium. Yeah.
he's got quick hands. He's quick down the line.
You think he'll be Cooper-esque in the Worlds?
That's a hard. That's tough. That's tough. Man. That was you set the bar up there, man. That's. I don't know how you did it. I know. We didn't even try to contain you. We just tried to go along with you. We couldn't give you our help, and we tried.
Coop, some people wrote some nasty things about you on Shooting Star Promotions
Are
website.
you the player that you really are? Or are you a pseudo Coop?
Cooper, what is your
It
secret?
was mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
Well, who's gonna bat the highest, Coop? You?
How about Tommy? New guy Tommy.
That's your prediction? Payne? James, who's gonna bat the highest?
Well, I'm going to go with a safe choice here and say Ray Cohen. Based on his stats, which I do every year, Ray has batted in the top 2
Ramos.
every year over the last 3 to 4
Fuck
years.
yourself.
So I
got
think
bloody
it's a safe
nose.
bet that he'll be in the top 2 again. So
all
Ray?
day, all day,
top 2.
all day
He's always
red.
in the top 2.
All day red.
Dave, you led the team last year. You think you can do it again this year?
Try.
Well, who do you think's gonna be the highest?
I think Paul. He's got good strokes. He's got good speed.
Both did dominate.
I don't know. I don't know the new guy. I don't know this guy Tommy.
Paul dominated until we went into your pool that one day, James.
Until I was smooth the shortstop.
That pool.
Seriously, Paul.
That pool was
That
the.
does get better than
Fucks you up.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay away from
Playing short
shortstop.
is
No, stay away from James's pool.
That too. Yeah.
and batting leadoff.
Yeah.
You cannot lead the team in hitting if you're batting leadoff.
Dave, that's what you're batting
I
this
don't think
year.
you can do leadoff and shortstop.
That's what Dave was saying.
I'm definitely not leading the team then.
I don't think you can do shortstop and leadoff.
What is
You
batting
do all
leadoff?
short.
You're done. You might not even show up and just put a cone out.
This is the man who batted 4 tournaments in a row, and we put him in leadoff, and we won for 15.
No.
Oh, that's because Yule said something about you. That's why. Talk about the Yule curse.
At Marich's, I was on fire until it rained. And then the tournament got rained out.
Did
But
rain?
when you guys moved me to leadoff and I batted leadoff in that, I was just hitting fine. And then,
All right, everyone keep.
then when I came back, Keith gave me the whammy. And then that's when it happened.
Why do you think the leadoff position is a tough position to hit?
Okay, I had a theory about this last year.
All right, here we go. Let me put the camera down and watch it on TV.
Alright. First of all, you never come up with runners in score. You very rarely come up with runners in scoring position. Like, I get motivated to hit runners in scoring position. Second, usually the slower guys are at the bottom of the order, which means there's more force outs, more fielder's choices. Third, if there's no one on base in front of you, you cannot get sacrifice flies, which is another thing. Instead of being a sac fly and not counting the bat, you get an RBI, you get a fly out. So for those 3 reasons, you get more chances at outs than you get chances for sacrifices, for hustle plays, for a lot of other things. It's very difficult to, for me anyway, that's my feeling.
Mike, who's gonna bet the highest?
I'm gonna have to go with my favorite movie, the new guy. Let's say Tommy Mancini and Mr. Parrot. That's Paulie the Parrot.
All right. Who's gonna be the
Don't
sleeper?
forget Eddie!
I didn't even know.
Who is gonna be the sleeper? The guy that nobody would think
The sleeper.
has a season, but will have the season. Like a, let's say Eddie last year, or
The sleeper. The sleeper. I'm gonna say it's either gonna be George or myself.
all right, Dave. Sleeper. Yeah, sleeper.
James.
Pussy, huh?
I'm gonna pick me.
Coop. Sleeper.
Yeah, I guess I have to go with either George or Sarah.
Sleeper.
I'm gonna go with Synergy and Casera.
I like that name, Synergy.
Sleeper.
George.
Vinny, that's what I was going to ask you. Will this team change in the middle of the year? Or will it stay the same?
It'll stay the same.
Well, we're pretty much the same. We just added 2 new people, right?
Well, we're thinking about, will somebody get kicked off, or will we add people because we're not doing so well? You think it'll stay the same? Will we go through this whole season with the same
Somebody
team?
get kicked off. Blowing people off.
That's a tough
Don't hate,
question.
done.
Well, if we're all predicting that we're gonna do well this year, why would we be splitting up?
Coop, what do you
There are
think?
probably people that aren't showing up now that say that they're on the team that aren't going to be coming down before the mid-season.
Vinny, who's the best fielder on this team right now?
The best field.
At that position? Include the new guys, too.
I'd have to probably say Dave.
Not Al Chandler 2 years ago? Paul, who's the best
You said the best, not the
fielder on
worst.
the team?
10 years ago.
It's the best at talking about it.
Best infielder I'll give Dave. And best outfielder, just because he gets great jumps on the ball, I'll give it Bobby. He's just got to grow.
What is love?
What is love?
Cooper.
Bobby's scared of the fence.
Yeah! I was gonna add my 2 cents in.
I'm sorry, what was the question, right?
The best fielder.
The best fielder on the team? You gotta go with Casino on that.
Pussy?
Dave.
Dave?
Me.
Say you know you wanna.
I am.
Hold on.
I'm with me. I'm the best.
Best infielder or best outfielder?
Best fielder at that position.
I'm gonna defer. I think
All right.
that's why we lose games, because we make errors
Dave.
defensively.
So no one's good.
You don't think anybody? Or he might be thinking of himself, right? No?
I do think we will be better with Tommy in left. Tommy is a more superb fielder than George.
Than George
ever.
was?
Oh, 10 times better.
No!
Catches everything.
I think
He
we should
doesn't
move
have a
Casara
strong
to
arm,
right.
but he's got an accurate arm. So
I think we should move Casara to right, Bobby left center, me right center.
What do you think on that, league manager?
I think so.
I think you're
Out of the blue.
I like someone with a strong.
Who goes to right?
I like someone with a very strong arm, right?
Casara goes to right?
Casara's got a freaking hose out there.
What do you think of that, Casar?
Yeah, now you're on film.
Come on, Mike.
Yeah, what do you think about my comment?
No commenting.
I'll put myself defensively against any outfielder in the league.
Play too deep.
Not hitting.
Play too deep.
I don't think he plays too deep. I just think
I
Mike
think
goes back on the ball better than he comes in on the ball.
I think as a team,
But I think Mike, last year Mike was almost consistent outfielder, defensively.
Too deep or too shallow?
I agree.
Too deep.
Now, but now you're talking about people that get to balls that other people can't. So is that a bad play because a person can get to a ball when another person can't? He may make an error because he gets to the ball.
Argument.
I know. I gotta bring it up.
It's a good point.
I like bringing up good points.
What do you think, Chris? I love you, Chris.
James, you got any questions for the group before we close out? What was your favorite restaurant ever, James? We'll close it out with that.
What do you mean?
On the road.
On the road?
Throw a restaurant out that you really enjoyed on the road.
With us?
Coaches.
Yeah.
Pot.
Where's coach?
Coaches
That's
in
right.
Hartford.
Coaches?
Coaches in Hartford, Connecticut.
Which?
Just
Coaches
think
in
we will
Hartford.
never be going to that place again.
Just the bar, though.
What was that? The
good bar.
what in?
The Park Inn.
Park Inn.
Worst hotel?
Remember that girl was flashing?
Worst
Yeah,
hotel?
great. I showed my
Could be the Park Inn.
I don't know, maybe the Aztec, Dave. What do you-
Aztec Inn in Las Vegas.
Never been.
Saw a centipede on the floor in the bathroom. I swear. Centipede. Could have been a millipede.
You sure it wasn't Chris taking a shower?
No, might be Duluth.
That was funny. Remember Tim Lynch? Come a long way since Tim Lynch, right? Him and Laura?
Ray, don't tell them.
I know. All right, Vinny, closing words? 2004? You'll see this at Christmas time?
I already gave him a closing notes.
Will you be on the mound, raising your arms?
Oh, definitely.
Paulie? You think you'll be helping everybody else laying out on the field this year in Texas or
I hope
Orlando?
not. I'm not bringing in my mask, so I'm not doing any CPR or anything of that nature.
All right, gentlemen, I would like to thank you again for participating in the 2004 interview, and we'll see you in 2005, huh? Maybe not.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Yeah.
Dave, thanks again for dressing up, and take care, and go fuck yourselves, all right?
Eagles. Eagle.